Congratulations. Now that you've finished the slicer challenge, your next task is to complete the coin print challenge. To do this, you're going to need your laptop. Go to the C drive to the stem files that you used previously, and you will see a coin slicer file that you can then slice using Prusa Slicer. There's no special settings necessary. You can have it set to 0.3 layer height, and there's no brim required, so you could turn off the brim. No supports required. It's a simple print. The point of this challenge is to do your first print from beginning to end, learning how to operate these printers behind me. Your first task with the printer would be to turn it on. The power is located here on the back. You flip the switch right here on the right-hand side. You should feel it right by the power cord. And then you're going to remove the print bed. Okay, we need to prepare the print bed. If it isn't properly cleaned and prepared, our print will not stick. So our first task then is to use IPA, that stands for isopropyl alcohol, and we're going to spray that on the bed. Notice I have my back turned to the printer when I'm doing this because I don't want to get any of these substances on the printer itself. It will gum up the works. So I use the rag, I spray it, and I start with a nice clean surface. The next step is our magic ingredient, Aquanet. Aquanet is essentially liquid PLA. So this will make a nice surface for our print to stick to so we get a good first layer. Remember, that first layer is the key. If you go to print something and you notice that the first layer is already failing, stop the print. There's no point in continuing because a bad first layer will only result in a worse second layer and so on. Now you'll notice I'm handling it from the edges because once I have it clean and I'm ready to use it, I do not want to touch this surface at all. Any finger oils can cause a problem. I'm going to use a very small amount of this hairspray, and I'm going to again do this facing away from the printer, and it's a very quick spray, almost like a light dusting. We don't want to have wet spots. We want it to just have this light dusting of the spray, okay? Now, at the top of the magnetic print bed, this plate, you can see there's two notches. These two notches will align with two pins on the back of the printer. Let's take a look at that in the printer settings here next. Now that I've got my print bed prepared, cleaned, and sprayed with the hairspray, I'm going to line up these two notches with these two pins located on the back of my bed. The way I do is I hold it up, I slide it back until those notches are in the right place, and then I drop the plate. Now I'm going to look at the edges here. If I see black here or over here, it means I'm not aligned properly. To align it, I'm going to push on both of these ends equally with my thumb. You'll notice there's two little thumbprints here and here. That's to remind you that when removing the print bed, we're going to put our fingers underneath, our pointer fingers underneath the corner of the bed that extends beyond, and our thumbs here, and then lift up. So we lift up to remove, to replace. We start with it up and then drop it. Again, if this black appears here or here, you're going to nudge it over. Now here you can see on our menu that the first thing we can choose is we can preheat the printer. Right now, I have no filament installed. You can see the rolls up here. They should have the end of the filament should be stuck in the edge of the spool like so. It's very important that when you take this out, that you not let go of it. It's either going to go back into one of those holes or it's going to be installed in the printer. If you let it just go back loosely, you'll end up with a tangle and your print will fail someplace along the line because it won't be able to pull it out any longer. So right now I'm going to insert it on the hub again. So it's going through one of these holes in the hub. And I'm going to look at my printer settings here and see what temperature I want it to be at. So I hit the center button. I have my main menu here and I go down to preheat, select preheat, and I'm going to put it on PLA. Okay. Now, the process I did, cleaning and putting the hairspray on, reinstalling and preheating, that can all be done before you go and prepare your print. Usually the slicing doesn't take long at all. Let's talk about preparing your print. Typically, you're going to be doing your design work on your iPad and then exporting that as an STL. So you'll need to pull that STL from your iPad and move it over to the laptop where you have Prusa Slicer. To do that, we have this little adapter. Now, this may look like just an adapter, but it's also a flash drive. We have our iPad connection here, but if I flip this, I also have a USB connection. So what I can do, starting on my iPad, I'm going to use this end, plug it in, and it may take a while for it to show up under your Files program. But if you use the Files program on your iPad, you can locate the STL that you saved, the one that you exported from Tinkercad, and you can save it to this flash drive. Okay. Once it's done, hit the home button so you navigate away so you know you're not accessing that hard drive or that flash drive. Pull it out, and now you're going to use the other end and plug it into your laptop. At this point, you can go ahead and use your slicer program, Prusa Slicer, to slice that file. Now, for this first one, that file is already located on your laptop, so you don't have to do this transfer. Again, once you go and slice it, you can turn off brim, you can turn off supports. All you need to do is just hit that slice button and that coin will be ready to print. Okay, so now you've sliced it on this device. Okay, now you need to take that sliced file called G-code. It will say export G-code in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, and you need to transport that to the printer. Each printer has an SD card that looks like this. When installed in the control panel on the printer, you will see the side with no writing facing up. Right now, what we need is this adapter, located in the gray tool caddy right by printer number 6. On this adapter, you have a slot on the side, and I'm going to install this SD card in like so that the writing on the SD card is facing the same way as the adapter. I now have my slice file on this computer, and then I can plug in my adapter and copy that G code. Remember, it's G code that we're moving over onto this SD card. Again, make sure you're not accessing it when you pull this out. You're going to pull it out. You're going to remove that that SD card, and you're going to put it in with the unlabeled side up. Let's do that next. Now that my printer has had a chance to heat up, let's see how we interpret the information on this screen. So here I can see 215 out of 215. That means we've achieved the desired temperature of 215. Remember that our rolls of filament often indicate right on the side what the desired print and bed temperature is. You don't need to worry about changing those settings for this class. Just go with whatever is automatically in your slicer. When you do slice the program, make sure it is set to generic PLA. If it's set to generic PLA, it should be fine, okay? Then we have our bed temperature. The heat of this is 60 degrees Celsius, 60 C. And then it tells us the version of our printer. Over here, it tells us the current Z height of 20. That's how high this is up from the bed right now. And it tells us that it's going to be printing at 100% speed. Okay, off here to the side, we have the SD card I was talking about. Okay, this is the one you're going to be installing the G code on. But first, what we need to do is take the end of our spool here and ensure that we have a nice clean cut here at the end. What we're after is we want this to be cut at a very steep, pointy angle, like so. So we can cut it so it's nice and pointy on the end. And now we're going to install it into the printer. Now, these have been set to auto load. So that should mean that all I have to do is insert it into this hole right here, right in front of the silver. Insert it. And if you hang on to it, you should feel it grab that filament out of your hand and pull it in. If it doesn't grab it, push it a little harder. Now underneath, you can see the nozzle. It's going to be that copper color, and you can see the filament that is extruding. If you don't see any extruding, I'll show you what to do with that in a second. If it does extrude smoothly like you see here, just simply take your finger and wipe it across that nozzle. Yes, I know that's hot, but you're only going to be touching it for a second, not even a second. It's like running your hand through an open flame. It might feel a little hot for a brief second, but you're not going to injure yourself. Now on the screen, it asks me, is the filament extruding with the correct color? If you didn't get anything out of the nozzle, you can see it's drooling a little bit here. I can wipe that off. If you didn't get anything out of the nozzle, then you would answer no. So if I go over here with this knob and rotate it till it goes to no, and then I hit the center to select, it will now extrude more. So once it's done extruding, then I can pull that off right at the nozzle, and I can answer yes. Okay, so I hit yes, and now the filament is loaded, ready to go, and all I have to do is select my file to print. So returning to our previous step, we have this SD card that we loaded the G code on. Notice again, the unlabeled side is going to go face up, and it gets installed in this slot here on the side. So I'm going to put it in, and it should automatically bring up the menu of files on that card. So if I'm going to print, say, this file right here, the most recent one is usually at the top of the list. I navigate down to it. Yours hopefully will be titled Coin Print. And then I hit the center button. Okay. It will then make sure that we're fully heated to the desired temperature, and it will begin the calibration process. This will take a few minutes. It will go through and use the PINDA sensor right back here, with the little black tip, and measure the distance to the bed in a bunch of locations so it can adjust for that first layer. When it begins printing, the first thing it will print is a little test strip out here in front. And then if you have a loop set on the printer, it'll make an outline, basically a skirt, and then it will begin your print. So when your print is done, let's move over to this one as an example. You're going to take that bed off, and simply by bending it with both hands, your print should pop off. Remove your print. You can take off any supports if necessary using the tools we have here. But please remove anything from the bed, including the little priming line it prints out in the front. Okay? That is the art of 3D printing. Good luck.